alternative medicine. It helps to balance your energy within your body. Because if you have shoulder pain, say for example, and your shoulder is hurting, the energy in that place is not flowing how it should. It's the same thing with any kind of disease. So acupuncture helps the body flow and work in sync with how it should be working. We do a very thorough nutritional assessment. Trust me, we ask you everything. We get all in your business, but it's important to know everything about you because everything about you affects your health. We do a lot of education on food. So we are the biggest supporters of wherever it is that you're doing exercise that are good. We do a thorough assessment of the tongue, eyes, urine, and saliva. And when I say that, when you are sick, when you have a cold, look at your tongue. The coating of your tongue becomes very white. And you're like, oh my God. Your body tells you everything that's going on. We are professionals in reading your body. You don't pay attention to your body, we teach you how you pay attention to your body. We look at your nails. Are there any spots, any lines, any discoloration that shouldn't be there? Say for example, if you have some kind of something that came up here, this spot that came up here is correlated to some organ. Your body does not lie. Your eyes don't lie. Everything that you need to know, your body will tell you. We tell you how to pay attention to those things. You may not be able to know exactly what it is, but once you start paying closer attention and you start jotting those things, you're like, you know what, this is when this thing showed up. Because if you think back, whenever you were diagnosed with cancer, a lot of people can say, this is when it happened. It was, I have a client now that had a stroke. She had a stroke exactly when Haiti went through that earthquake. And it affected her emotionally so much that she had a stroke right after that. There was nothing wrong with her, but emotionally it beat her up so much that happened to her. We work with your physicians, and again, not all physicians are open to alternative care, but we work with the ones that are open to it. So if you decide to go more conventional, and if you do want to have radiation, we can work together to see what herbs are more nurturing, and they can help you get through the chemo so you don't do the nausea and the vomiting and all of that, and they can ease you through that transition if that's something that you decide to do. And again, mammography is something that we recommend more so than the mammography.
Do you do these assessments privately?
Yes, I do. This is a picture of what a breast mammography would look like. It is really non-invasive. In the book, they show you just kind of stand in a warm and they just kind of take pictures, and the different colors represent different things going on. I don't do this. This is done by somebody that's skilled and has their degree in doing this, but I do. If somebody comes and they're concerned about, you know, Olivia, I think that something may be going on, I would recommend for them to go to see a person like this because people love it. It's a lot more, you get an answer right away. You don't have to wait till that phone call that sometimes you get and sometimes you never may get, and it stresses you out so much that you're wondering what's going on. And stay healthy. So what should you do? It's really not rocket science. You guys know all this. That's why I left it for the end. You got to eat more vegetables. When I said that 85%, eat good. Every time you have a meal, it should have all of the beautiful colors of the earth. It should have orange like carrots. It should have greens like kale and turnip and collard greens. It should have white, like if you want to eat some generally cauliflower. It should have all of the different colors of the rainbow. So you want to eat more vegetables. You want to invest in buying a juicer. Definitely. If you are in a rush and you don't want to take vitamins, you may not want to take vitamins, or you're just like, oh my God, I really don't, every time I take this medication, it doesn't feel good. What my shirt, it says food is medicine. You get all of the nutrients through juicing. This is very easy to do, but most of us don't do it. If we are not able to sleep at night, our bodies are not able to heal. We have to sleep every night. Jot down, did you sleep well, did you not sleep well? And watch, if you have a week that there's a lot of stuff going on at work, your kids are doing projects, you're not sleeping well, I bet you'll see something different in the way that you perform in the days during that time. Yes?
But sometimes you say chemo won't sleep.
Okay, I'm talking about staying healthy. So sometimes when people are going through that, my advice to them is a little different because their immune system is already compromised. I'm talking to you guys that want to avoid getting sick. So these are some of the things that you can do so you won't have to take the chemo. If you're taking the chemo, then it's very specific to what you're doing at that time. But yet still, if you're having problems sleeping when you are taking chemo, there's natural teas that are okay to take, like chamomile tea. You have to learn how to breathe, put lavender on, some type of music that you like to do. Watch something to help you sleep because you have to sleep. Try to buy organic if you can. I know it's costly, but I always say, rather the doctor than, rather the food than the doctor.
And green tea
I just want to say I went to Winn-Dixie, and I bought for the first time some organic lemonade.
Okay.
And it was really good.
And you know what you can do better? Make your own instead of buying it. I'm glad that you I'm so happy and I'm very proud, but don't get caught up with, don't get caught up with going Whole Foods is beautiful. When you go to Whole Foods, oh my God, you see all the vegetables and all the stuff, but just because it's Whole Foods doesn't mean it's healthy. The best lemonade that you can get is you go to Whole Foods, you buy the organic lemon, you cut up and you, so like that you know how much sugar you're putting in it, because if you look at that label, I love that organic lemonade by the way. When you look at the label, it has a whole lot of sugar. You can control the sugar that you're putting in your own stuff when you do it.
Your time. You got people waiting on you.
Okay, good. No. Really quick, So sleeping, meditate.
Still got 3 minutes.
Avoid drinking alcohol. Yoga and reflexology is very good. Massage. Get your regular massage, therapeutic touch, Reiki. Breathe. Take time to breathe. Acupuncture. I went over that. These are some herbs down here that are very, very good whether you're going through chemo or not. Ginger, garlic, onion, turmeric, astragalus, poke root, spirulina, red clover. All of these are very, very good if you're going through. Remember that herbs work. They just take a little longer. Yo le digo si usted quiere ahorita. And you have to be careful if you're taking some medications because some medications are contraindicated with some herbs. If people are having chemo, ginger helps to alleviate nausea. Avoid caffeine and alcohol because they kind of dry you out. High protein smoothies are good, but use nuts. Don't use the powder proteins because they are like putting 10 pieces of meat inside of the thing. Avoid hard foods. Try cereals and like cereals and crackers because they'll make your bowel movements harder. Take small bites. Chew your food at least 30 times. These are some things that you can do if you're going to chemotherapy. Remember that food is medicine, so avoid animal flesh. Animal flesh and refined foods like fast foods, fries, potato chip sodas, canned juice, pastries, and all white foods you gotta avoid. So this is beautiful. All of these greens is what you need to do. This is what I have for breakfast. I have a smoothie every morning with oatmeal, raisin, or dates. I add, sometimes I add yogurt, sometimes I don't. So I have a smoothie every single morning.
Are you curved?
For lunch, I normally don't have this. I'll have a plantain or something. And for dinner, I'm not a big dinner eater. If I have a good lunch, I normally will be okay, and I'll have something to pick out at the end. Quick recipe of stewed apple. Can you turn on the light for me?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of information here. But if you get a chance, these books are super good to keep in your library. This one is like Bible. It addresses not only cancer, but many other different things. This one is Stopping Cancer at the Source, the different reasons why people have cancer. And they all have an alternative view. This one is very, very good if you are diagnosed with cancer. They have great, this was written by a doctor with an alternative view. So there's great things here, herbs and stuff that you can get. And remember, this one is mine. I'm selling. I'm going to put in a shameless plug. Part of decreasing your stress is having good relationship with yourself. So if you're interested in having a good relationship with yourself, you can support me. This is $10. I'll sign it for you 24 questions so you can start addressing those issues that need to be resolved. Thank you so much. You guys were great.
I want a book. I want your book. Can you sign it for me?
Yes.
Anybody else?
What's your name?
What do we do with Mary Sanders?